Hello and welcome to this Smith Waters webinar. My name is Alistair Mason and today I'm going to talk about some of the recent changes that we've seen to the immigration system in the UK, and I've put together a list of some of those changes and I'm going to very quickly reel them off to you. We're not going to discuss each of the changes in detail, but this is designed to be a snapshot of some things you should be aware of. So let's start with the cooling off period. The cooling off period is a period during which you're not able to hold a work visa. That has been ripped up. It no longer applies to the skilled worker category, and the ways in which it applies to the ICT category are drastically changed from before. Now, the next on my list is the UK graduate route. It's due to be introduced next summer. We already know key details about it, and it will provide a route for students finishing their studies in the UK who do not yet have a sponsored job role. Similarly, there's been another new route introduced, the British National Overseas Visa category. It's designed for people who hold a passport of that type, and it will allow them to come to work in the UK under any skill level for a period of up to 5 years. Next on my list is an allowance that has been made in light of the pandemic. It's an allowance for absences due to being stuck overseas and relates to qualification for indefinite leave to remain. For indefinite leave to remain, you can only be absent for up to 180 days in every 12-month period. But because of the pandemic, the Home Office have made certain allowances which will be favourable for people when they come to apply for their indefinite leave to remain. Another change that will not impact a huge number of people, but is still one for the good, is a opening up of the English language qualification ability. So certain school level qualifications will now allow you to meet the English language requirement, whereas under previous rules it was only degree level. As I said, it won't impact a huge number of people, but still a good change. We've seen that switching has opened massively, and that's the next on my list. So you can now switch from virtually any category to any category with some minor exceptions. You still can't switch from visitor, that's one. And there are some other less common categories that we see that you still can't switch from. Domestic worker being one, and people outside of the immigration rules being another. So switching has opened up massively, huge benefit to employers and individuals, still some minor restrictions as to where you can switch from and to. Moving back to fees, we've seen a change in the fee structure for NHS payments for dependents. We saw the NHS fee go up to £624 per year of visa, but we've seen that amount halved for dependent family members who are under the age of 18. This amounts to a cost saving of over £1,000 for a 5-year visa, so great benefit. We're moving on down the list now, and we're getting to switching employer inside the UK. A very subtle change, but an important one nonetheless, is that by the time you get your new visa with your new employer, because visas are tied to employers, you must have given notice with your current employer. Now, this is an important change that will go unnoticed, I imagine, by many people, but one that people should take heed of. We now move on to the ICT category, or return to it again after talking about the cooling off period. The high earner rate for the ICT category, which allows for certain things, has changed. Used to be £120,000, it's now £73,900. Again, a good change for employers and employees alike. So next on my list is maintenance for students. We don't see it a lot in the corporate immigration world, student visas, but it's very important for student visa holders that they will no longer have to provide evidence of maintenance if they've already spent 1 year in the UK on a student visa. A great change. And it will impact a lot of people. That concludes today's webinar. Thank you for watching, and should you require any further information, please find our website on screen now. For all our webinars, please follow Smith Waters on social media and subscribe on YouTube or Vimeo.